Hey guys, what is going on? Dylan here. What I got for you today is a build video. This is a call to all healer mains out there. This is our Mercies in Overwatch, or our Medics in Team Fortress 2, or hell, even our Aerith Gainsborough fanboys in Final Fantasy 7. This build is specifically designed for y'all. This is a healing build inside of Destiny 2. It's going to feature the exotic speaker sight, healing grenade spawn, a restorative turret, healing allies, occasionally spawns an orb of power. We're going to pair this with the new support frame auto rifle No Hesitation, which hip firing is going to send out these healing rounds to your teammates. We're going to use the perks Physic and Circle of Life. We're going with a healing build here, so we're going to be using healing perks. Now, I'm not saying these are the best perks for the weapon, but these are the ones that just to me make the most sense with what we're doing here. So for Physic, healing allies is going to give you and them restoration, and then for Circle of Life, it's when you heal allies, it's going to increase the outgoing damage of the actual No Hesitation. So we're primarily focusing on healing first and then doing damage. And yeah, we're constantly throwing grenades down, constantly using our healing rifts, constantly throwing down wells of radiances as much as we get them, just to include or increase the amount of healing just in an overall area. So for the build itself, we're going to be using Well of Radiance, Touch of Flame to just enhance or improve our actual healing grenade. Hellion, because we're going to be using our class ability a lot, so just a little bit of extra solar mortar damage sort of deal. Obviously, we're going to be using a healing grenade, and then for the class ability, of course, we're going to be using our healing rift. And so this is all just kind of support. The only thing that really isn't support here is going to be Hellion, but I don't really, I don't know. I don't really know what else to put in here. For the fragments, we're going to be using Ember of Benevolence, applying Restoration, Cure, or Radiant to allies grants increased grenade melee and class ability regeneration. Ember of Empyrean, solar weapon or ability final blows extend the duration of your Restoration or Radiance. Ember of Solace, Radiant and Restoration effects applied, you have increased duration. And then Ember of Mercy, when you revive an ally, you and nearby allies gain Restoration. Picking up a Fire Sprite grants Restoration. So you can kind of get the idea here. We're just going with constant Restoration, constant radiant, constant cure, constant healing of any and all kinds here. And it was really funny. I just loaded this up in Vanguard and was just running around constantly healing allies, and I was getting so many kudos from teammates because they're just like, "Oh, thanks for keeping me alive. Thanks for doing that." It's just, I don't know. I'm glad to see that the healer appreciation isn't gone. But I did actually have a lot of fun with this, and I'm surprised by the damage output that No Hesitation has. Now, for some of the tips with this build, the intrinsic perk for No Hesitation, final blows with this weapon grant a small amount of super energy, so you can get those Well of Radiances back a little bit quicker. You could add a couple weapons onto this to increase the effect, like the Call, which is a phenomenal sidearm, and Pro Memoria, the Strand machine gun. Those can all roll with Demolitionist as well, so you could theoretically pair those with Demolitionist to get increased grenade energy, to be able to throw increased grenades. For exotic, Lumina and Tractor Cannon are kind of the two that I felt went with this type of build for the support role. Noble Rounds, you can get Blessing of the Sky, or Repulsor Force for the debuff on some of the bigger and tougher enemies. You could also go with something like that as well. Me personally, I think going with, say, like the Call, No Hesitation, Pro Memoria, and then just getting tons of super energy, I think is probably the better play, maybe. I don't know. Use what you want. In the clips above, I'm using Lumina, and that was fine as well. For the mods, we're going to be using Solar Siphon, which is going to feed into our bomber. So we're creating orbs, and then not bomber, sorry. Innervation reduces grenade cooldown each time we pick up an orb of power, and then causing damage with a powered melee is going to give us grenade cooldown, and then of using our class ability, bomber is going to give us grenade energy as well. So it's all about just getting our grenades as much as possible so that we can keep throwing down those turrets to just keep spawning allies. Is this the fastest grenade build out there? No, but it's definitely efficient. You could, if you wanted, you could replace, say, Physic with Demolitionist on this, or you could use the Call with Demolitionist, any weapon with Demolitionist. Preferably, I just had No Hesitation out the entire time, was killing some enemies, and then I would just run over and start healing my ally as much as possible, and just went with that just constantly. But you could replace Physic with Demolitionist just for the extra grenade ability, but I think try it. It's fun. The healer role in this is really cool, but you should try it. Let me know what you think. But that's all I got for you today. I'll, of course, leave the dim link down below. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll talk to you all later. Bye.